Hey everyone, it's Silver. How is everyone doing today? I hope you guys have had an awesome month, and my god, how are we in August? I have no freaking clue. I've been up to a lot of stuff that I can talk about, stuff that I can't talk about, some videos that I've been making this month. Essentially, I've been extremely crazy busy because if you do not know, here on the channel, I do tend to take a month off in September to do all of the resting that I haven't been doing for the rest of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. So you'll see this video and some few things go live, and then after that it'll be probably pretty much crickets until October, but that's fine. We'll do what we need to do, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and start talking about what I've been up to this month. Alright, y'all, let's first talk about what I have finished this month. I've actually finished a grand total of 4 projects. 2 that I can talk about, so let's go with that first. My brother's socks I did finish on the 18th of this month. I think it took me about 2 weeks, roughly. And then I also finished my brother-in-law's socks on the 29th, so 11 days later. Wow, I can math, cool. But yes, I am making these all the same. It's all the same colorway. I believe I can't remember the name of the colorway now. Ugh. Anyway, I am making all the same color socks for everyone for the holidays. Kind of doing matchy socks. That's kind of now a family tradition. And the other things that I've actually finished, I won't be talking about until Vlogmas time, and I'll explain a little bit more of that once we get closer. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what I am currently working on. All right, so let's talk about what I'm actually currently working on. I have quite a few projects that are kind of being balanced. Like in the section before, I do have some that I can talk about and some that I can't. Let's first talk about the first one that I always tend to talk about month-wise. Let's talk about the temporary cross stitch. Temporary cross stitch. I don't even know why I'm calling that, but it's the temperature cross stitch project that I've been working on for the entire year. I absolutely love the way that it's coming out so far. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the video of how we got on in July. And then I will see you on the flip side. Hey everyone, it's Silver. Oh my gosh, how are we into August? I swear July passed by really fast. I don't know how. But anyway, let's go ahead and see how July shook up in this cross stitch. All right, there was July. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what August does. I'm telling you. All right, with that said, if you could go ahead and like and subscribe, that would be amazing. And I will see you guys at the end of August. Bye, y'all. All right, so that was the temperature cross stitch for the year. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I'm loving the way it's working up. I do have a vlog that I've been tracking all of the videos and everything that I've been kind of saying in between every week when I'm working on it. If you'd like that, I will link that down below as well. Oh yeah, so there are other things that I have been working on this month. Let's go ahead and get started. The first one is what I'm calling the ghost face cross stitch. I really have not touched it but maybe 1 or 2 days this month. I've been concentrating on other things, obviously. But yeah, I did do the letters G and then the start of the U and the little P, like a couple stitches on the top of the piece. So at least I know where they are and I can work on it. The second thing that I worked on this month is what I'm calling the ghosts cross stitch. It's also got a little bit of work on, maybe a day or two. I think I had a stream day with it. I can't really remember, but I did make some progress. I'm really proud of myself for working on this one. I want to get back to it. Let's be completely honest. Let's see. The third thing that I would like to talk about that I've been working on this month is actually a project I've had on the go for quite a while. As you can see in the photos, I have a fair amount of work. It is a triangle shaped shawl that is granny clusters the whole way through. And it is completely amazing. All the colors that you see there are all fingering weight yarn scraps left over from the socks from a couple years ago that I did for my family, as well as the ones from this year. So I did put in the remainder of sock yarn from both my mom, my dad, my brother, and my brother-in-law. So those are all done. I cannot wait to get back to it, but I have to finish more socks. So I have also feel like recently a lot of the yarn scraps that I've had left over, they're just kind of everywhere and I need to clean up. So to that effect, what I did was I actually found some yarn that I was like, oh, I have almost an entire large skein of. Let me go ahead and make some hats out of it. So that's what I did. I am making hats. I'm making whatever I can to get the rest of the yarn scraps out of my inventory. But yeah, I absolutely love the way it's working out. Right now, I am currently at the crown decreases of this hat. I've actually been working on this project as I've been listening to audiobooks every night. It's been the best way to relax, but I'll talk about the reading part later. Now, the next project I'm going to talk about is something that's a little bit of a sneaky peek, but I kind of feel okay with releasing it because we do have a vote going on for it. We're planning on doing some kind of sock thing. I've been working on this pair of socks for my brother-in-law, basically timing myself and figuring out how long it's actually going to take me to finish this sock. I'm doing pretty good. This is actually where I currently am in the sock, or what I'm willing to release, and the rest of the series should be going up on my YouTube channels soonish. I don't know when yet. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to put a little bit of a sneaky peek of the first video right here. Hey everyone, it's Silver. How you doing? We're going to be starting a new series. Actually, it's going to be a series of what I am hoping to be at least 9 days of me speed running through a sock for my brother-in-law. Now, he's got the longest foot, so I thought, hey, you know what? This is the longest it would ever take me to do a sock. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to time every time that I am working on the sock. It could be anywhere from, a couple hours a day or whatever, what have you. Basically, there are days where I'm not going to really feel like working on the sock, so I won't count that as a day toward the sock, which, so this is not going to be sequential in order or whatever. I'm going to go ahead, let me show you a little bit of something that I made here to say, okay, this is my game plan to do the toe of the sock the first day, then possibly all of the foot on day 2. That won't necessarily mean that it'll be that's all I work on. I may work on more every day. The socks, for a little bit of detail, a little bit of context, I do need 63 rounds of the foot for these socks, and then the cuff themselves before the ribbing will be 40 rows, and then there'll be 15 for the ribbing. That's just kind of something standard that I do for every sock that I make. Also, what is standard for the socks that I make, I do them toe up. Obviously, I will be using, hi, there you are. These are 1.5 Addies something or other needles, but I use those for the toe, the heel, and the cuff. Stay. And then I will actually be switching over to my, what I call the Zoom needles, or CC started me using Zoom needles, but they are 9-inch circulars, and they're one US 1. I think they are 2.25 millimeter. I can read that, I swear. But basically, I switch from this to this and then back and forth. So that's that. And then the color we're going to be using is this wonderful color here by West Yorkshire Spinners Yarn. It's 4-ply. It's 437 yards, 100-gram ball. Basically, this is what I use for a lot of my family members, just because it's hard wearing. This colorway is called Seascape. So now that you've seen all the props, I hope you enjoyed that little sneaky peek, and let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. All right, let's talk about what I have been reading and listening to, essentially, because I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks this time around. Let's start off with the Anita Blake series and where I am with that. For this month, I finally finished Dance Macabre. I finished The Harlequin, Blood Noir, as well as Skin Trade, Flirt, Bullet, Hit List, Beauty, Kiss the Dead, and Affliction I just finished last night. The next book, Dancing, I will be starting tonight at some point, I think. And as I mentioned before, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks as I've been crafting in the bedroom. Basically at the end of my day of doing videos, I'm shot by that point. So I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I started with The Warlord Wants Forever, which is actually the third book in a series by Kresley Cole. I'll have to get back to the rest of them. The other one is also a third one in a series called 8 Simple Rules for Dating a Dragon. That is by Carolyn Sparks. And then I started listening to the Innkeeper series because I kind of felt like I needed that comfort book that I like listening to. Renee Rodman's voice is amazing in the first couple books, so it just kind of gets me immersed in the series like that, really quickly. Let's see. I have listened to Clean Sweep, which is the first book, then Sweep in Peace, One Fell Sweep, and I am currently listening to Sweep of the Blade. I actually started that last night, so hopefully I'll do a little bit more finishing of that tonight. Alright, so with that said, that is the end of the books for the month. Let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, let me go ahead and talk about what I have been watching. First off, I've been watching a lot, and I repeat, a lot of my watch later list on YouTube. I've been trying to keep it under 20. So, I don't know, I've been doing a pretty good job. I mean, right now we're currently sitting at 23. That's going to change soon because that's what I'm going to be doing as everything saves. But anyway, in terms of movies, I've only watched 2 movies this time around, mostly because that's just how it lies in my rotation, because I did finish rotations 23 and 24 of the what I'm calling the Great Picker Wheel of TV shows. So the movies that I watched were The Princess and the Frog and Aladdin from 1992. Basically, those 2 movies made me bop around a lot. And also with Aladdin, I was spitting out lines like, nobody's business, because that's one of my favorite movies. So, let's see. Let's also talk about everything that I have been watching TV-wise. Let's see. With Lucifer, I've gotten to Season 3, Episode 22. I'm actually very close to Season 3 end. I've been watching Heroes to Season 1, Episode 8. got to the end of the first season of 24, so yay. The Nanny, I'm up to season 1, episode 6. I did finish It, Welcome to Derry. Oh my gosh, that show, I'm telling you. If there's a second season, y'all know I'm going to be watching it. Let's see. I have caught up with the reactor that I watched for Supernatural as well. She's actually up to season 14, episode like 20 now, but I have yet to catch up. But I'm up to 18, so that counts. Let's see. I've watched Revenge to season 3, episode 12. I actually did start and get to Sherlock season 3, episode 2. Loved that wedding. that long wedding speech that he had was amazing. If you know, you know. Let's see. The Boys, I've gotten to episode 8. And Once Upon a Time, I'm in season 3, episode 8. I'm almost caught up with the reactor that I'm watching that with. And then Criminal Minds, I am actually catching up to another reactor. I'm in season 6. I'm on episode 12 of that. There's a few more episodes I still need to catch up on, but that's another story. I've also watched Gilmore Girls, season 1 up till episode 12. Grimm, I've watched up to episode 8 of season 1. The American Horror Story Freak Show season, which I think is season 4, episode 11 of that one. I'm getting very close to the end of the season on that one. I am watching 911, the original show. I'm in season 9, episode 4, so I'm on the current season. So there's that. And then I've been watching Downton Abbey. Got all the way to season 3, episode 2. Been watching Boy Meets World to episode 8 of season 1. Vampire Diaries, also episode 8 of season 1. And let's see, I'm watching House and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Both of those I'm at season 1, episode 8. So a lot of episode 8s on that one. And then I've also been watching Lost. I'm on season 2, episode 9 of that one. So I'm slightly ahead of that one. I've also been watching Bones, so it's season 4, episode 16 already of that one. Good Omens, I am in season 1, episode 4, so the episodes of that tend to be relatively short, so that's not bad. I've also been watching Game of Thrones. Honestly, I have not been keeping up with the Joneses on that, so to speak. I am only on episode 5 of season 1. Should be at episode 8, but that's a whole other story. I'll get back to that soon. I've also been watching a lot of classic Who. The 2 stories that I watched since the last time we talked, one is called The Keys of Marinus, that's 6 episodes, and then The Aztecs, which were 4 episodes. So those are all done. I love that. I'm actually watching one story at a time per rotation, regardless of how many episodes there are. But I mentioned it because, while I've been watching Gilmore Girls, I have actually been listening to the I Am All In podcast by Scott Patterson at the same time. I'm a little bit behind on that. I swear I will catch up. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what I've been up to with my gaming. Okay, so let's talk about some gaming, y'all. I have been playing a lot of idle games / games that are just kind of usual. So that does include Regis Kingdom over on Discord. I play that a lot. Bongo Cat and Idle Bigger Boss are the ones that I get in the mornings. They're usually like very quick. And Bongo Cat just kind of sits there all day because, Bongo Cat. Idle Bigger Boss, I did restart a few things. So I'm kind of not been really paying attention to it much, but that's fine. I did pick up on Diggies quite a bit more this time around. I am actually into the secondary location that we have for our house, which is actually in Scandinavia, so that's fun. I'm still kind of cleaning up a little bit of Egypt, but it is what it is. I'm not really great with mirror work, so I've been kind of ignoring that one and pretending it doesn't exist, but I still really should get back and do it, but that's a whole other story. And then since I did get the new Kindle, I've had 2 games on there that I've been playing pretty much constantly. There's a digital coloring game that I really like. That's kind of like Zen, and you can kind of just swipe your finger over it. I'm like making the motion like you can see me. But basically, you can just kind of do as many or as little coloring as you possibly can. I've been sticking with a lot of like unicorn / really a lot of colors type ones. The other game that I've been playing is it's a nonograms game. So basically just, logic puzzles, but with colors. Because of course, because of me, right? And the last game that I need to talk about is the one that actually has a lot to talk about. Is Dreamlight Valley. We had 2 updates since the last time we talked. The first one was for a kind of a mini DLC adventure pack type thing. That was the Honeyglow Woods. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun with it, you guys. I pretty much have finished everything except for a couple of like background things that need to get done, like the side questy things. But I've done the main thing, and I actually made a video series here on YouTube with it. So I will go ahead and make sure we get that linked down below in the comments, as well as I think I might put a little bit here. I'm not sure. I might. No, I won't, because you know what? It gives away some stuff. Especially at the end. You know how they do with that little, like, teaser of what's coming up next. Anyway. And the other update that we had was not this past Wednesday. It was this past Wednesday as I'm recording this. Essentially, almost 7 days ago, we had another update, and we got Wreck-It Ralph. I have finished the Star Path completely. And I am midway through his the level 4 quest that he's got. So I'm doing pretty well, I'm thinking. I just have to grin and bear it because a lot of the quests I think have to do with Vanellope, and she's a little bit glitchy, and I have issues with like blinky lights and glitchies and things like that. So it actually drives me probably bonkers every time she's in frame talking to Ralph, but because they're best friends, that happens a lot. Anyway. But anyway, I am kind of enjoying everything. I have to say, as somebody that's done a lot of Star Paths and finished them really quickly, this one actually was pretty fun. With the exception of a couple things. I know there are a couple rewards that are, kind of glitchy and kind of not really working right. There was one thing that was the most expensive thing I've ever seen in the freaking premium shop ever, was a combination of a lot of the buildings. That one's the glitchiest thing that's in the premium shop right now. I'm gonna save it as a favorite, once I'm done with all that editing that I have to do for today, and I'll go in and I'll save it as a bundle. So hopefully I'll be able to buy it later. And hopefully they lower the price, because that high for that much glitchiness ain't a good sound system. It ain't solid. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next segment. Alright, we have come to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company as I rambled about what I've been working on, what I finished, about everything I've been reading and listening to and watching and, oh my gosh, playing. That was a thing. Alright, I appreciate you guys so much for keeping me company. If you could go ahead and put any kind of emotes or anything like that, and like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. If you are not subscribed, if you can go ahead and subscribe, that would be amazing. Alright, and I will see you guys not this month, but next month. So it'll be in October when I record again, because September I do tend to take off, as a gentle reminder. Alright, I will see you guys in October. Bye, y'all.